The future of investing is investing in the future, and DNA sequencing is a good one. In this video, we'll go through ARK's investment tactics and reasoning for making 100 times returns in the stock market. Cathie Wood, a billionaire and CEO of ARK Invest, explains how only risk takers can achieve extraordinary returns and how this might be a once-in-a-generation chance for investors. The most undervalued and misunderstood of our disruptive innovation platform is genomics. The reason for this is that sickness has never been cured. Now that we can identify mutations using DNA sequencing, we can figure out where our genome's programming faults are. The patents are owned by CRISPR-Cas9. Being a bit disruptive in the financial markets meant restarting future investments. According to Cathie, we're beginning to believe that by using CRISPR gene editing, we'll be able to rectify such programming faults. Pediatric blindness, sickle cell anemia, beta thalassemia, and leukemia might all be cured. Genomic scientists have a good understanding of the brain. Neural networks are modeled using the brain. Our genomics analysts and artificial intelligence experts must collaborate. The first complete human genome was sequenced in 2003, and it cost $2.7 billion and required 13 years of computational power. It's incredible, and expenses are a significant part of why technology must be ready. The price must be reasonable. According to Cathie, the problem with the IT and telecom boom was too much wealth pursuing too few chances, essentially chasing a fantasy. In the 20 to 30 years leading up to the end of the tech and telecom bubble, all of the seeds for the current boom and innovation were planted. It took some time for the seeds to develop. According to Cathie, the technologies were not ready. Cisco, Oracle, and Hewlett-Packard were never going to be the ones to lead us into the cloud or AI worlds as they are now. The technology was not accessible at the time, and the expenses were too high. This is rather outstanding in the financial world. Cathie stated that she understood before she launched the firm that investing in the future was the way to go.
If I look backward, as you well know, Tesla accounts for almost a fifth of the return that you have generated in that 5-year time span. Which of your current holdings, Cathie, do you think will supply the biggest lift in the next 5 years?
Tesla's still in the running, but I would have to say the biggest upside surprises are going to come from the genomic space. And that's because the convergence of DNA sequencing, artificial intelligence, and gene therapies, importantly CRISPR gene editing, are going to cure disease. That convergence is going to cure disease. Now we have real science and technology surfacing the mutations in our genomic profile. And as they surface those mutations, what do we see? We see the earliest manifestations of disease. And now, with the combination of artificial intelligence and gene editing, we're able to both anticipate diseases and cure them potentially. Beta thalassemia, we're seeing it, sickle cell disease. We even think it will work in diabetes, which is where most if you look at the largest category of spending year to year in healthcare, it's diabetes.
Cathie described the method as risky, but she also stated that something significant will occur. She believes that there will be tremendous growth that most people in the financial industry do not anticipate. Because they are not set up in this way, they are segregated by expertise. ARK's investment time horizon is 5 years, according to Cathie Wood. And within 5 years, they will be able to predict a company's revenue and EBITDA growth and identify whether it is on the verge of being prime time or already is. According to Cathie Wood, we are currently witnessing an explosion of technology convergence as a result of one S-curve feeding another S-curve. What's remarkable about what's going on for us is that the IT and telecom meltdown has resulted in a shift. Then there came the 2008 and 2009 financial crisis. Risk aversion in the public equities markets grew high, according to Kathy. All everyone could think about was career and business risk, and they reasoned that if they simply stayed near their benchmark, they'd be good from a business and career standpoint. According to Kathy Wood, this is totally wrong since robo-advisors are cheating them out of the game. Nobody understands the financial market now because they've spent so much time investing in backward-looking benchmark stocks. Kathy believes it was the world's largest capital misallocation ever. That's how far the financial services industry has gotten off track, and we're only getting started. Most people didn't think we'd make it. Yet the confluence of these technologies is producing enormous potential, such as Tesla. Tesla was not yet an automobile manufacturer in 2012. However, Kathy stated that they invested in Tesla because of its tremendous future potentials. Robotics, energy storage, artificial intelligence, and software upgrades were the focus of ARK's analysts. According to ARK's research, autonomous vehicles will be robots, automobiles will be electric, which is less expensive, powered by AI, and capable of receiving over-the-air software upgrades to improve performance. All of this is found in Tesla. People were laughing at them at first, Kathy recalled, since established vehicle makers and analysts were laughing at Tesla. They couldn't believe it when Tesla announced that its cars will be built on top of cell phone batteries. It wasn't impossible because Elon Musk had already accomplished it. Theme creators are part of ARK's open research environment, which is modeled after open source software. The theme developers are the ones who conduct a study and are enthusiastic about expanding the boundaries of knowledge. Professors, venture capitalists, engineers, entrepreneurs, and firms that conduct excellent research are among them. To Kathy, their opposition to genomics seemed extreme. They own almost all of the CRISPR names, according to her, and they may be the major stakeholder. It began in 2015 when they were a startup worth less than $1 billion and Apple was valued at $2 trillion. Apple has improved Kathy Wood's and others' lives, but it has not healed a condition, according to her. Their pipelines are certainly worth a lot more than the market is giving them credit for. Thanks to artificial intelligence, DNA sequencing, CRISPR gene editing, and other gene treatments under development. Kathy believes that if artificial intelligence is correct, trial failures will reduce by at least 25% and time to market will drop by at least 25%, making the medications in their pipelines much more valuable, and R&D returns will rise from the low single digits to more than 30%. Let me know your thoughts. Comment down below. If you like this video, again, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. This is your 3 Towers Investing channel, giving you the latest in finance, investment, and innovation. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you at the next one.